What do you think about
I
the
know,
new
but that's your
FOIA and the
daughter.
videos coming out?
Well, I hope they all come out soon.
You're
What do
hopeful
you
for them to come out?
Yeah, I want all of them to come out.
Gypsy's not
I want.
worried?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I think that it's important for everyone to see
Hey,
everything.
keep making content.
Hey friends, something that's been bugging me for a long time, and I actually spoke briefly on in a video, I think back in 2024, is GypsyRose's advocacy for Amelia Byrd. It's really strange to me because whenever she very first got out of prison, she was talking all the time in all her interviews about how, oh, she wanted to advocate. She's going to be an advocate. I am an advocate, blah, blah, blah. And the only time she ever really showed any emotion or care at all whenever she was advocating was whenever she would speak about Amelia Byrd. She did her little advocacy video about supposedly about Munchausen by proxy. And literally, friends, all she did was read off the definition of it. And she struggled to do that. It was nuts. But whenever she starts speaking about Amelia Byrd, all of a sudden it seems like she actually gives a shit. And the reason is because Amelia's case is almost identical to Gypsy's, other than sentencing, because Amelia didn't have any public figure status to wield that caused her to get some sort of sweetheart deal. She got the sentence that's, in my opinion, appropriate for her crime, and Gypsy should have got the same. So I'm only going to show just a little bit of this because Gypsy is on a copyright strike spree right now. I'm not sure she really could copyright strike this, but we're going to show just a tiny bit real quick.
My name is Gypsy Rose Blanchard, and I would like to introduce you to one of my very good friends. This is Amelia Byrd. She was only 16 years old when she was arrested with her then boyfriend in connection with her crime, and with no other evidence stacked against her except for the testimony of the then boyfriend. Amelia is now serving 2 life sentences.
And that was the important part, friends. Did you hear Gypsy say, with no other evidence stacked against her other than the boyfriend's testimony? She's lying. She is 100% lying. And the other difference between Gypsy and Amelia is Amelia actually was a minor when she did this. Gypsy was just cosplaying a minor for her own kink. Now let's take a look at something that's straight out of context Barb shared with me. Thank you so much, Barb. She is very, very generous, and I really appreciate her. I'm just going to show screenshots of a few sections of this casebook because straight out of context, Barb is actually going to do a really long, in-depth video about this with all of her investigation on this. And there's a lot more than what I'm just about to show. So you'll want to stay tuned to Barb for that. But like I said, I'm really grateful that she's allowing me to share this little bit even before she gets her own video done. That's really, really generous, y'all. Okay, I'm going to read this section here of the report. It says around 1900 hours, I sat in on an interview conducted by Sergeant K. Johnson of the MSHP. Present during the interview were Amelia Byrd, Patsy Byrd, Chief Juvenile Officer Russ Sheldon, and Johnson. During this interview, Amelia admitted her involvement in the shooting of her parents, Christina and William Byrd. Just a reminder, Christina died on the scene. William survived. A short time after the interview, I traveled to get Amelia French fries from McDonald's and a bottle of Mountain Dew. I understand that police officers have to keep suspects comfortable because if they don't, they can be accused of inhumane treatment and the interrogation thrown out later, stuff like that. I'm not trying to pretend I'm some expert here, but I think we all know that just from being true crime aficionados and watching a lot of videos on it and such. But with that being said, it's still so irritating whenever you see a murderer getting this super sweet treatment like GypsyRose did whenever she's sleeping on that couch, playing with her little stuffed fish, making it swim. And meanwhile, Nick spent 15 hours in that interrogation room, most of it just cuffed to a metal chair. He's a murderer too, but still, like, the treatment should have been equal. And I kind of got the same feeling whenever I read that they went and got Amelia French fries, McDonald's French fries, and Mountain Dew. Anyway, the main point is Amelia confessed multiple times. So what the hell is GypsyRose talking about whenever she says there's no evidence against her at all, except for the boyfriend's testimony? She confessed. And then later in this casebook here in the screenshot, it says, while at the funeral home, Patsy Byrd took Amelia to the casket. While at the casket, Amelia made the following statements aloud. I love you. I would trade places with you if I could. I want you back. I should have listened to you. She looks pretty in that outfit. So many times we fought, I wish I could take them back. I will pay for what I done. He will pay for what he done. When I get out, I will come visit you every day, I promise. I'll finish high school. I'll go to college, I promise. I'm so sorry, Mom. She will never get to see her baby girl get married. I wish there was something I could have done to get the ambulance there faster. A lot of that's really creepy, friends, but the main point is she stood at the casket and confessed again, I will pay for what I done, and he will pay for what he done. And then she's completely delusional, though. She thought she was going to get a GypsyRose sentence, I guess. This was before GypsyRose's time, but still, she seemed to think she was going to get away with it or get a baby sentence and get out and get married. And yeah, go visit her mom's grave. Weird. And then here is another portion screenshotted from the casebook. The facts supporting this belief are as follows. After the ambulance left with her father, William Byrd, Amelia placed a call to Chad. Chad is the shooter, the boyfriend that she had shoot them, requesting that he, Chad, pick her up and take her to the hospital. While in the car with him, she asked what he did with the stuff, the gun and mask, and Chad told her he got rid of it. So I believe that is part of their testimony from Chad. And then here our final screenshot on this is an interview where again, Amelia confesses to the investigator. It says later that evening, investigator K.L. Johnson of the MSHP interviewed Amelia Byrd in the presence of Chief Juvenile Officer Russ Sheldon, myself, Patsy Byrd, paternal grandmother. During this interview, Amelia stated that she had told Chad she wished her parents would die. On the evening of 1/12/2006, Chad and Amelia communicated by cell phone and walkie-talkie phone. Amelia stated that she unlocked the back door and informed Chad that it was unlocked and that her parents were asleep. Amelia states that Chad entered her home by the back door, proceeded to the front of the home, and shot her mother and father. Chad then ran through her bedroom in an attempt to reach the back door. Her father, after being shot, ran to the back door to catch the intruder, and Chad shot him again. The father then retreated to the front of the residence where he later collapsed on the living room floor. A short time later, Amelia placed the call to 911. Amelia states that Chad was still in the back doorway when she placed the call to 911. So again, this is Amelia confessing. She says they were on walkie-talkies. She unlocked the back door. She told him when it was unlocked and they were asleep because she told him she wanted them dead. So again, what the hell is GypsyRose Blanchard talking about when she acts like Amelia is innocent and in there only because of her boyfriend's testimony? Like I said, due to GypsyRose's copyright striking spree, I'm trying to not show hardly anything, especially not her new stuff. But her Instagram, you can see posts on Reddit of screenshots of her Instagram where she has recently posted pictures of Amelia Byrd doing some sort of program in prison. And it's really odd because there are babies in there with her. I don't understand what's going on, but there are babies in the picture with her. And it's some sort of dog training program, apparently. You'll also see that, interestingly, Gypsy didn't tag the dog program. She put a space in their website so that they didn't actually get tagged in her post. Very odd to note, I thought. And then another odd thing to note about that particular picture is she showed every one of those babies' faces while always protecting her own. Now, I am personally not anxious at all to see her baby's face. I don't care. But in the context of her behavioral patterns, if it's important to keep her baby's face private in connection with her, why wouldn't it be to keep other people's babies' faces private when she's posting them and it's bringing that connection to her that comes with backlash? Am I right or am I reaching? Let me know in the comments. Well, I know this is a short one, but my allergies are acting up still, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off and edit. Hope everyone's having a good day. And like I said, please let me know what you think in the comments, friends. I'm really curious.
Keep making content.